My name is Rhonda McEwen. I'm president of Victoria University, and today I lead this amazing celebration, and we will begin with an acknowledgement of where we are. As we gather, let us acknowledge and respect this beautiful and sacred land on which Victoria University operates. Let us recall that it has been a site of human activity for thousands of years, which is so incredible. This is the land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Since it is the land upon which we celebrate today, I think it is important to acknowledge the land, but also remember that land acknowledgements are not enough. We must continue to do the work to right historical wrongs and learn from our past. Growing up in the Caribbean, I was not familiar with the traditional names of the Canadian First Nations. And as an immigrant to Canada, I take this opportunity to commit myself to the struggle against systems of oppression that have dispossessed Indigenous peoples of their lands and denied their rights to self-determination, an outcome that is familiar to me given my ethnic roots and essential to human rights work across the world. So my heart is so full today, and I can imagine as I feel the energy in this room that yours are as well. Look at your smiles. Today is a day we honor you. Today, graduates, is your day. Let's actually start the celebrations. Well done. This is a day to reflect on everything that you have accomplished and achieved and celebrate the immense gifts that you are bringing into the world. Graduation season is often a celebration of individual achievement. We highlight your grade point averages and your awards and your volunteer service, and those are things that should be celebrated. That is why we're here today. But when I look around the room, I'm overwhelmed by a sense of collective achievement. There's an African philosophy called Ubuntu, which is sometimes translated as I am because we are. It's a big idea. And it actually is an interesting counterpoint to Descartes' I think, therefore I am, which is a concept that dominates much of Western tradition. For Ubuntu, we are all part of an interconnected world. We do not just contribute to the world, but it actually informs our very being. Ubuntu extends beyond the feeling of being connected. It demands that we actually see each other, that we really see each other. It is through that connection that we share in each other's humanity, we celebrate our collective success, and we elevate one another. You were in first year when the pandemic hit, and I want to recognize today President Emeritus William Robbins is in the audience. He was the one who, in those first start days, led Victoria University through with a steady hand on the tiller. And it's very special, Will, that you're here today to celebrate with these graduates as they complete their journey. Together, you weathered a storm like no other. You supported each other, and you stayed focused on your goals. Your loved ones, I can see here in the audience, they were by your side, and today their pride demonstrates how much they believed that you could get here. They believed in your determination, your hard work, but they also saw your vulnerability. I also want to recognize today our donors, most of whom are alumni, and you're just about to become alumni, so don't see any hidden messages right there. Right? So our alumni continue to support our students through their financial aid that some of you would have received, awards, and other philanthropic investments that impact the student experience, which is actually a superior experience here at Vic. So I want to thank our donors today, and especially to the many awards that you will hear about that they did fund. I hope that your experiences at Vic have deepened your sense of connection in a rapidly changing world and that you recognize your place in it. As you prepare to go out into this world to help shape a strong future for us all, I gift you with one small little thing, which is one of my favorite story genres, and it's from Anansi. And Anansi was a trickster, kind of a West African trickster in the form of a spider. The Anansi stories traveled from West Africa inside the minds of enslaved people who had nothing left but their stories in their heads, in their bodies. And they brought those stories to the Caribbean, and for me, they passed down through the generations orally. So this is a story my grandmother told me. I have exactly 1 minute left on the clock, so it's a very condensed version. There was a time where there were no stories in the world. None. The sky god, named Kiyame, kept them all locked up in a beautiful box. Anansi didn't even know what a story was, but he was like, if the sky god's keeping this thing secret, I want it. So he knew he had to have it. After a very hard-won battle with the sky god, much like your battles through your courses sometimes, Anansi conquered and he got the box. So he sat around and quietly opened the lid. And before it even got even a little bit open, stories started flying out, and these stories traveled all around the world and landed in so many different hearts. I tell you this story because today feels a day like that. We're just opening the little box of your own stories, and your stories will light up this world. We know that your stories will bring both inspiration and delight wherever you go. And I want you to make sure Vic keeps hearing your stories. So I invite every single one of you to stay connected with us. We want to know all these stories that are coming out of the boxes that you hold. And we will invite you to many cool things so that you can tell us about that. We will email you and invite you to networking events. You will have your year's anniversaries, your reunions, your celebrations. So here's what you need to do for me right now. If you pick up your program and you look at the back, it's your program. Do you see that QR code? I want you to scan it now. I know you have your phone. Don't even pretend you don't. So scan it. And what you're going to add is just a personal email address. Because I know we've been telling you for at least 4 years that your utoronto.ca is the only email we care about. That just ended. Now we want your actual one that you use. So scan that code, give us your email address, and that's the way we will always be able to keep in touch and learn about your amazing stories that you're about to tell. So from all of us at Vic, our deepest congratulations as you take this step forward. We send you out with gratitude for all that you gave to us and with love. I can't wait to see you as part of our alumni community. Thank you.